A very good morning, Dutch bike blogger. Thank you for riding with me on my way from home to work. I just left home. Well, topic of today: how to get safe to work on a bike and traffic rules. But first, the weather report. It's fairly cold. I am wearing a summer jacket, but also my gloves and my hat. I think it's 3 or 4 degrees. Colder than I would have liked. Well, back to topic. When you drive in conditions like this, it's always advisable to have your lights on. Not like the bike rider just came towards us without a light. No, put on your light. Even in conditions when it's getting light outside but still is not. Technically you should not, or you are not mandatory to have a light on at the moment. General rule is when the street lights switch off from being on to off. That's more or less the indication that you can switch off your lights. Well, being safe, of course, is when you drive or ride your bike. First of all, keep your bike in tip-top condition. So that means your bike has to be technically in good order, preferably. Pump up your tires, check your brakes. Once in a while, check the bolts and nuts if everything is secured on your bike. Be visible. Then of course your gear. In Holland it's still not mandatory to wear a helmet on a bike. It's even not mandatory to wear a helmet on a scooter, which costs 25k an hour, just like an electrical bicycle. It's not mandatory. When you drive a moped, you have to have a helmet on. Strange thing is when you ride a street pedelec, you only have to wear a bike helmet. Although on some occasions you just can go as fast as a moped, 45k an hour. Well, at this weather and this time of year, be aware. I just drove through leaves on the ground. They can cause you to slip. It's going to be slippery. Of course, when it rains, it's also going to affect your brake distance on your bike. Not as much as you drive in a car, because there is more mass and more speed, but still it's something to consider. Basically getting safe to work is following the traffic rules and assuming and hoping that other people will do that too. Main things you keep in mind: when you turn, you have to extend your arm to indicate where you're going. So when you're going to the right, you extend your arm to the right, not at the last moment, but before that, so traffic can anticipate what you're going to do. And of course, when you go to the left, you extend your left arm. Don't extend your left arm when you're overtaking, because you're going to hit somebody. And then of course the traffic rules. In Holland normally everyone has right of way from coming from the right. All traffic, cars, motorcycles, mopeds, bikes, whatever, except for pedestrians. They are supposed to be walking on the sidewalk. And there's another rule in Holland. It's called rechtdoor op dezelfde weg gaat voor. It actually means when you're on a road with each other and we're driving towards each other, and for instance traffic that's towards me has to cross in front of me to make a turn, I have right of way. I will show you a crossing in a minute where that sometimes does not happen. People do not know the rules or think they own the road or something. It can be dangerous. So following traffic rules is a good thing to keep yourself safe, assuming everybody else is following the traffic rules, of course. But let's keep that out of the equation. Let's assume everybody does what they should have learned. I'm coming up on the bike lane. I'm coming from the right. There are people coming from the left, at least just were. Officially I do have right of way here, but people tend, because they drive on the wider bike lane and I'm coming from a smaller bike lane, they tend to neglect that. Here's the crossing where I meant the troubles. There are shark teeth on there, so I have to stop for crossing traffic. So when people come from the left or the right, I have to stop. But when I go straight like this, and somebody else would come from the other side, then no problem. But when I would have turned left and somebody came from the other side, I should have and will give that person right of way. Of course, being safe means being aware of your environment, being aware of the place on the road. Of course, I could drive here, but that would tempt people to overtake me on the right. So when I drive here, I did off right here on this side, should be safe. Faster traffic, not that there's any here, but mopeds and whatnot can overtake me. I myself don't ride on the edge of the road because, well, when you slip or make a false move, you will end up in the grass and probably fall or slip. So always keep some distance. Well, like I said, visibility is a good thing. One in front of me has a bike light and somebody else coming also has a bike light on his bike, bright one. Good thinking. You can see people from the distance. This one not so much, but as I said, it's light, so it's not mandatory. It should be okay. Well, Also for cars, new cars, when you start them, they automatically will have their lights on, which is a good thing. Also during daytime, you just are more visible. And with these new LED lights, it hardly costs any power or bulbs, lifetime. Safety first. And then of course, parking lots. I'm going to the right here, by the way, as you know. At least I'm doing now. I'm coming up onto a parking lot. Not this area. Normally on a parking lot, when you learn to drive, you are advised to ride slowly. In the Netherlands we call that stapvoets, actually 6 or 10 kilometers an hour. That seldom happens because, well, especially when the parking lot is a little bit bigger than this one. So safety, safety, safety. Extending your hand, be visible. Technical issues with your bike, avoid them, keep your bike in good condition. And that makes for a safe ride. Thank you for riding with me. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. Check the description box. I will see you next time. Have a great day. And like always, be safe out there.